The perfect home scenario has arrived. My son's over there being quiet. My wife is out of the office. I get an opportunity to make a video here in the fishbowl, which is the intention of me putting a desk here in the first place. Now the sunlight has changed its angle. Now there's this risk or this risk. As long as I stay right here, I'm good. Anyway, so I want to talk about this comment right here. You see, somebody made this comment on one of my videos, and before I even had a chance to respond to it there, they took it down. Now, I don't know if the reason that they took it down was because they realized that maybe it was kind of a crappy comment to leave and they didn't want to be that kind of negative, or maybe they decided that they were completely 100% wrong. Whatever reason they decided to take that comment down was completely up to them. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about this. Is print on demand dead? In terms of what that person is probably trying to imply about print on demand, yes, it is dead. But then again, it's not. Let's head back out to the studio so we don't have to deal with the poor lighting situation and talk about it. Let's go! What's going on, everybody? My name is Dave Conning. I'm an artist designer based in... Hold on. Spilled coffee everywhere. I'm an artist designer based in Southern California, and I like to talk about things like print on demand. Again, poor lighting situation. I just can't win. Let's go inside. Spilled coffee all over myself. Oh, what a mess. While I'm cleaning up, hey, do me a favor. If you are enjoying any of the content I'm making, if you're enjoying this video right now, go ahead and hit like and then comment below if you want, and subscribe if you haven't done so, and make sure you hit the bell button because you never want to miss a thing. And yeah. Cheers. So is print on demand dead? Like I alluded in the intro, yes, at least in terms of how or what I believe that person was alluding to in that comment. I believe that the idea of getting rich quick on a print on demand situation is probably dead, meaning you trying to make a go at Amazon merch and you're gonna make $1 million. You're gonna sell $1 million worth of t-shirts on Etsy. You're gonna blow it out on Shopify. I've been doing a lot of research on Etsy and Redbubble and all these other platforms lately because I'm trying to figure out, like, where should I be spending my energy as a creator, something that is alternative to my own website. I've got an assistant who's helping me. Hi, Ginger. Got an assistant who's helping me, and she's gonna be helping me with that. And so Etsy is definitely something I'm looking into. I'm also looking at other platforms. And in that time, I've watched a whole lot of videos about Etsy and print on demand. And there are two things that I have found that video creators have in common when it comes to them talking about Etsy and print on demand. Number one, they basically share the exact same content. Number two, every single one of them is trying to sell you a course. What does that ultimately inform me about their process? It says to me that maybe, just maybe, they're not making nearly as much as they thought on print on demand, and they decided, well, maybe I can sell a course and that will benefit me instead. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've talked about making courses before, but I promise you, folks, I promise you, because there's so many of these people out there doing this thing, I have made a decision that I will absolutely 100% not be making a course about print on demand and where to sell it. The only exception to that rule would be if I made a course that says, look, this is what I do and what works for me, but may not work for you. Be the reality dose that most people need when it comes to this information, but not many other people out there are pitching because they don't want you to know the reality. They want you to buy their course, spend money on their product, that you can go and do this thing and be pissed off because it didn't work for you the way they told you it was gonna work. Now here's the other side of this. I just said that print on demand is dead in the scope of people wanting to make $1 million or whatever on it, making six-figure income off your print on demand. There's people making six figures off of print on demand, and it's entirely possible that you can do it too. But from what I've seen from every single person that does that, you have to be tenacious as hell, work your butt off, spend all your days doing nothing but making new stuff, coming up with new ideas, putting out new content, new items, new product, constantly moving, going. Want to make that kind of money doing print on demand? Yeah, you absolutely 100% can do that. But it is going to dominate your life. And if you are not ready for that kind of domination in your life, it ain't gonna work for you. But Dave, you talk about print on demand all the time. You're absolutely right, I do. You want to know why I talk about print on demand? Because it alleviates a lot of the things that I don't like to do. I don't want to fulfill all the orders. I don't want to have to print my own shirts and have to lay out a bunch of cash in order to get a stack of t-shirts that may or may not sell. I don't want to have to worry about the customer service aspects of taking new shirts in and figuring out what to... I don't want to worry about all that stuff. Printful or Printify, the service providers that I use, they take care of a majority of that. Yes, I do have to handle any kind of customer service aspects, and I don't have any problem with that because I'm the face of my brand, and so I figure I should be the one to manage that. Doesn't bother me at all. But all the other nuanced aspects relating to that, I let that go to the people that do it better than me. I would rather spend my time making the art and talking about it with you. A lot of people will say that print on demand takes too much of a margin. You don't make any profit on it. Yeah, that's because they're doing all the hard stuff that I don't want to do. The way I look at it is this, is if you were a super successful artist, you brought in somebody to stretch your own canvases, produce your own prints, to take care of that, and you were paying that person to do that for you, you're still paying somebody else to do that work for you. It just, you have more control over it and more headache because you got to manage that person now as well. With Printful, I don't really have to manage them. They take care of the business themselves. And now that everything is running a little bit smoother over there as far as times to fulfillment times, I don't have to manage them. I want to show you the shirt that I just had made of the design that we were originally talking about. All right, so this shirt is a little wrinkly and maybe a little dirty because I wore it yesterday. It's a really great shirt. This is the design that I was originally talking about, my Picasso baby shirt. I have designed and provided shirts for other people, but I haven't bought a lot for myself except for like this one here where it's just a simple one color on a sweatshirt. I have not seen in person something so robust in color produced by Printful. When I bought this one for myself, I was super worried that it wasn't going to come out as vibrant as I expected it to. But I can't tell you how impressed I am with how this looks. The way it feels, the quality of the print. If I didn't know any better, I would say this was screen printed with 85 colors. This is something you can't produce in a screen print without costing you an arm and a leg. Now, I haven't washed it yet, so I don't know what's gonna happen after I wash it, but I'm pretty stoked about this overall. I can't be happier than I am right now. Thank you very much, Printful, for making me smile. That is why I use print on demand. The happiness level of me being able to create something, put it out there for Printful to produce, and then as soon as somebody buys it, I don't have to touch it, but I also know that it's going to be a high quality product. I cannot fully express to you how happy that makes me. I personally am using print on demand not as some sort of get rich quick scheme, but rather a way for me to produce the work that I want to produce without having to worry about all the stuff that I don't want to worry about. Here's the other big question about print on demand that some people are asking. Well, how do you make any money, Dave? How are you going to get any attention if you're not doing all the other stuff to bring in the money, the Facebook ads, and all this other stuff? That is a solid question, and I'm not doing Facebook ads only because I personally am not on Facebook anymore. It's a personal decision I've made. I don't support that particular element. Yes, I'm on Instagram, and it begrudges me a little bit. I don't support Facebook at all because of my personal beliefs, my socio-political beliefs. That's my feeling about it. I'm not on there because I just don't like them. I acknowledge that I am losing out because Facebook ads are a powerful thing. And so the other way that I am looking at how to produce this stuff and get it into the hands of the people that matter is to become somebody that people like you watching care about. I learned some time ago that I am not necessarily at this stage in my creative career, I am not the kind of person that people clamor over to get my art. Not looking at my work and saying, I need to have that Dave Connery piece. The people that clamor over my work are the ones that got affected by something I shared, something I said, something I gave to them as far as information, entertainment, education, something I have provided them, made them feel good, made them feel worthy, made them feel creative, made them get something done. And by that, they've said, God, Dave has done a lot for me. I'm gonna go buy a shirt. I love Dave's philosophy. I love what he has to say. I love what he's always sharing. He's always giving. I wanna go reward him by buying something that he's made. That is how I see myself progressing from this point forward, especially in times of COVID. If I can affect more change here on TikTok, on Instagram, on my newsletter, if I can affect people in a positive way, they're going to reward me by buying some of my stuff. Whether it's my art or my merch or a course I haven't created yet, whatever that might be, there are going to be people that indulge me because they appreciate how I show up. So that's how print on demand works for me. Do I think that that process could work for other people? Yeah, absolutely. But you have to be willing to show up for people in a way that is substantially more powerful than what 99% of the people are doing out there. It's a much different approach. It's a much different way to look at stuff. If you don't feel like you're the type of person that can get up on camera and just kind of dispense with a bunch of information that'll help people do things, that's okay. You don't have to. There's nothing saying that you have to be the next great YouTuber surrounding whatever it is that you do. But that's my process. That's what I recognize in myself, that what people appreciate is how I show up. And those people are going to reward me by buying my art and my merch, showing up on my Patreon, maybe coming over to Twitch or TikTok and throwing a bunch of pennies at my face. I'm not worried about all these Shopify print-on-demand gurus. I'm not worried about their process. What I've come to find about all of those people is that they burn out. I have no intention of creating a lifestyle for myself where I feel like I have to perform at a certain level and burn the hell out. I don't want that. I don't want that, and I hope you don't want that either. I talk about print-on-demand in a positive light, because I want it to be a positive thing for people. I want people to be empowered by the opportunity and not crushed by it because they feel like they need to hit certain goals as far as sales, production, reaching certain people. I don't want that for you. What I want for you is to use it as the tool that it should be, releasing all of the stress of the stuff that you don't want to do so that you can focus on the things that you really like to do, like the creative work. I personally would rather see you make more art, make more design-oriented stuff, make more stuff, let somebody else deal with the logistics. I would rather you make more things because that creativity that you are expressing, that is gonna make you a much more happy person. At least that's the way I feel about myself, and so the more I make, the happier I am, and so that's what I want for you. If I could package that, now that is a course I would sell. Could happen. Now this is where you get to do your part, so go down to the comments and tell me how you feel about this video. Do you agree with what I have to say, or do you have a dissenting opinion? I'm okay with either. Go down there and tell me all about it. And while you're headed down there, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and make sure you hit that bell so you never miss a thing. If you do want to support me even more, look, I've got merch that you can buy on my website. And you can also support me on Patreon. The links to all of those things are down below. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Do me a favor. Go make something today, okay? Remember, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See you.